very clearly, very, very
Okay,
clearly. So
excellent.
we're streaming live to YouTube right now, and we'll continue
Okay,
in a mini after a minute. So we're currently
okay.
playing. I can hear it's in the background. One of my favorite of yours.
All right, thank you.
We're going to be talking a lot about it, how it came to
Thank
be,
you.
the
Yeah,
struggle.
sure. Looking forward to that.
I doubt if there is, well, let me not generalize, but to a large extent, a lot of people can relate to the song.
Yeah, I think so. And even people that didn't grow up.
Right. Did you have this kind of experience? Did you get to do all the um, play in the? Did you have like a village experience? No.
Mm,
We're going in
Lagos. I grew up in Lagos.
smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. That was a very, very beautiful one. Iweki called by Ranti, and she is my guest this morning. She is an opera singer. In fact, I call her the queen of neoclassical music. She's all about the very sweet, soulful, serenading voice that when you listen to it, ooh, it's like some angelic ministration. And when you watch her performance, it gives you goosebumps. I know I say goosebumps a lot, but that's the truth. There are there are voices, and there are voices. Trust me. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me this morning, all the way from Dubai, is Rati Music.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, thank you so much for joining me this morning. You traveled all the way. You crossed seven
Yeah.
oceans and seas and many roads and deserts to be here. Oh, by the way, she's joining me via Zoom. So in case you're wondering what magic is going on, and we are connected.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So yes, just go to YouTube and you will see us. And yeah, a beautiful, a beautiful.
Awesome.
Hi, it's a pleasure again.
Yeah, it's really nice to be here too. It's an honor for me.
How are you doing?
Thank you.
I mean, how are you doing this? Is it morning or afternoon there?
Well, so it's actually afternoon now in Dubai, but I'm not in Dubai. So
Oh, where are you then? I
oh,
thought you actually thought you were in Dubai. Okay, my bad. My
yeah,
mistake.
no, I'm constantly on the move
Mm,
somewhere.
right.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
I should be Ajala or how do we say it?
Ajala travel. Yeah.
Yes, Ajala travel. Yeah, but
You know,
it's nice to be here.
thank you. As I was listening to that song, Giwekiko, I know the part that you were talking about. First, it brings up this nostalgia. And then there was something that I want to point out. You said egusi, ishakpa, and pounded yam. Do you
Mhm.
really eat that?
Do I really eat that?
Yes. That's a no. I can guess already.
Egusi gives me pimples.
Whoa.
But I like it though. I mean, yeah, I like it. It gives me breakouts.
So
But
you
it's
usually stay away
yummy.
from it.
So technically I do, but I can't often know.
Mm.
What
What
is
about
your
ishakpa?
Ishakwa? Ishakwa, I've never had Ishakwa.
And the way you made me picture it in that song, wow.
Yeah,
That's
I'm a theater practitioner. I have to paint pictures.
true. Now
I'm
I
a
even
I'm a singing actor, so I get to portray all kinds of characters all the time. So yeah.
mm, now I want to break that song further because that's a very, I mean, that song got the award of the best music video, I think, in the Nigerian Music Awards in 2016, right? And it was a very good one. Talks about agriculture, talks about culture. And
Yeah.
you were painting pictures of all the way we used to be in school back then in the
Mhm.
village. So
Yes.
first, did you actually get to have a village experience?
You're really exposing me.
Right. It's called Smooth Explorer, and the aim is just to explore everything and break everything down. So, yes, I'm glad to do that.
I did get to visit the village from time to time, but I'm a Lagos girl.
Oh.
Just somewhere me. I can't help it.
In that
Uh,
case, I should
yeah.
ask, where did the song come from?
I mean, the song came from, I mean, the fact that, of course, growing up in Lagos, in primary school, we
Mm,
sang it a lot in my primary school. Then I also, in primary school, I also joined this art club where we did a lot of acting, singing folk songs, um, cultural dance. I did cultural dance throughout primary school, secondary school. Even when I went to the States for uni, I still continued. We formed a group called Kakaki and kept dancing and dancing and dancing. So that's I've always been in love with our culture and our cultural expressions, just from not just Yoruba culture, which I am from, but even like Hausa, Igbo. I loved Benin dance,
mm,
so I just love that kind of stuff.
it's good.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, did Cobams produce the song? Did he have anything to do? Like, did he drop in an inspiration or?
Oh yeah, because he basically was my like a therapist or a shrink during that period. So, I would just go like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm classically trained. I love classical music. In fact, I was even working as an engineer then. So
Right.
confusion was at the height of it. So, okay, what have you done? So then I started breaking it down for him, telling him, okay, I do love our cultural songs, our folk songs. And then he started giving me examples. I was like, yeah, exactly. And then we just vibed and it came out of that process. So he's great. He's
Yes,
very
he is.
intuitive. He's a genius. So yeah.
Absolutely. And for the fact that you made it as a classical singer, you made it your debut, I think that's a very giant leap into getting comfortable with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was a huge risk. In fact, it took me so long to make the decision, but I just said, you know what? I'm being true to myself because this is also a part of me. So I didn't I at first I felt like, am I, betraying my classical roots? But at the same time, I said, no, you know what? This is also part of me. This is something I've done, what did I say, since primary school. So yeah, it was very real. And that was why I could even bring it so real that you thought I ate ishakpa and egusi every day.
Right. Now, I have a theory that to a large extent, Nigerians who have some classical root grew up in a Baptist or an apostolic faith church. So,
I
does
grew
that
up in
apply to you? Is that
Anglican.
Anglican? Oh,
Mhm.
still. So, did you get your classical root from the church?
In a way, yeah, because going to church every Sunday as a child, I heard beautiful hymns, beautiful music, but it was actually in school. So I was privileged to, my mom was a teacher. So I was privileged to live in teacher's quarters, and I had a music teacher as a neighbor. So he
Mm,
was the one that really brought out that musical thing in me. And then immediately I got to that level in secondary school. I joined the choir, and the rest is history, as they say. Yes, it
right.
was more academic. So even some songs, I learned a lot of pop songs from sheet music, not listening on the radio. So yeah,
Yeah. And since then, you've been doing a lot of performances, including being a regular at the Musical Society of Nigeria.
yes,
That, yeah, we get to see you a lot there.
yeah.
Now,
Thank you.
for in case people who were listening did not understand what you were saying about being an engineer, let me tell you. So, she studied chemical engineering. Now, she worked as a refinery engineer. And then later on, she decided to go into environmental engineering. Right. And at what point, you said at one point that you knew you were going to do music full time. You just didn't know when it would be. So when did you realize that you had to leave engineering?
Who, I mean, I think definitely the Musical Society of Nigeria helped me to just gave me a platform when I first moved. So I went to school, I studied chemical engineering in the US, and then I worked as well as a refinery operations engineer for a bunch of years. I started really early. That was another good thing. I mean, turned 16 my first week in university. So that gave me the
Mm,
chance to just do everything.
explore. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had worked as an engineer for a bunch of years and then moved to Nigeria to support my husband's career dreams and things like that. And found the Musical Society of Nigeria, which I had actually been a part of when I was in secondary school as well. And then I just started singing, 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 singing. I started working as an engineer as well in Lagos, but I kept singing, singing. So in the morning, I would go to work as an engineer. In the afternoon, I would go to Muson to rehearse for something. In the evening, I would go to Bogobiri or Freedom Hall or one of these open mic places to explore my contemporary side, and then go to bed, rinse and repeat. So I did that for several years. So several years of not getting more than maybe 3, 4 hours of sleep every night. I had to start
Mm,
thinking about it. Like, which one? Pick one. I had a lot of I started meeting a lot of wonderful people, and I remember it was a lot of different things. I met this coach, voice coach that had coached Michael Jackson. He was very old then, 80 something years old. His name is Seth Riggs.
yeah.
And he was so, wow, your voice, da, 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 you should really consider this. And then he kind of guided me on, okay, if you're going to do classical music, this is, and you've already, you might not want to go to school, but these are the courses that you can take. And he started calling professors on my behalf. Okay, what can she do to kind of accelerate her process? Then on the other hand, there was a diplomat in Nigeria then who was also a trained singer who heard me and said, oh, there's something about you. You have a natural blah, 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 blah. And so different people had things to say. And so I was like, okay, well, if people are hearing this in me, and I do have a passion for singing, and every time I sing, I feel like, wow, this is amazing. I said,
Right.
I better just take a risk on myself. I've played it safe for several years now, trying to, be good girl, go to school, make some money, get married, do everything like in order. But I think it's time
Right.
to shake this, let's just shake things up. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So I
good.
think it was in the middle of a lot of advice and a lot of support. And I just felt, you know what, if not now, then when?
Hmm. Maybe if you had not gone for Ranti as your stage name, you probably would have thought of singing engineer. Yeah, that would have been lame, but
Yeah, that would have been interesting. I guess it will catch people's attention. And
right.
then social media was not what it is now. But like
True.
if social media were what it is now, then yeah, it would have been a
Mm.
catchy at singing engineer.
Cliche singing engineer. Definitely, there is lots to uncover about you, and more that we're going to be breaking down because I want to know if you actually play lots of musical instruments, and then I want to know the number of languages that you speak, and then more and more, because today it's all about exploring you here on Smooth Explorer. Now, if you have any question or any comments you want to say concerning Runty, all you have to do is go to WhatsApp, and then the number is 0809 444 0981, or you can call in on the number 01 448 9981. We will take a break, and when we come back, she will still be right here. So don't go anywhere. About touching that down. I'm always very intrigued about how classical singers are able to do all the. Do you have to start at an early stage for you to be able to do all that, or you can start at any point in your life?
Yeah, I mean, just like any other thing, it does take time to master some of those techniques. And then some people, you know how it is, it's a combination of talent and like God-giving skills. as well as how quickly can you grasp some of these techniques. So it depends. I don't like generic advice, so it really varies from person to person. But to be honest, if you do, the earlier you start, like right now I'm competing with people that had voice teachers as early as age 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, and already had a very balanced instrument by the time they were 17. I'm hearing about an 18-year-old girl now that sings like a mature adult, you know. So it does help to start early.
Compared to we that have consumed a lot of egusi and lots of oils, that our voices like we wake up in the morning and we're like, hello.
No, no, definitely. You can be helped. There's salvation for you.
Yeah, I'll
But
put you to work. We'll enjoy you. We'll go all out for you. Some of us will just go back bench.
no worries.
Does it affect the choice of what she eats?
It depends. Like I said again, it's not a generic thing. Like, to be honest, like it depends on your body. So for me, the only thing that I do is I try to balance the acidity in my food. So I try not to eat food that's too acidic. So I try to eat like things that are, if I'm going to eat something acidic, I try to balance with something heavy. That's it. But some people, they can eat anything, anytime, drink wine on stage while singing, you know, booze, whatever, smoke. Some people smoke.
Those would be those Spanish and the French. I'm guessing those ones can be.
So it's really technique. If you have technique that can overcome some of those natural things, the idea of technique is like it's like magic, right? So no matter what, even if you're sick, you're well, you're down, you're up, once you just do a certain thing and manipulate your body in a certain way, you will always get that result. That's the idea.
Oh, whatever works for you is always a very good advice, especially what
Hmm.
works for the body. Let's with this.
Wow, you guys still have this song. I was just wondering what is playing.
We do.
Oh my gosh. Like, do you know I never released this song officially?
Really?
No, you guys are the only ones in the world that have this song.
Wow.
With FM because let me see. Who was the person that I gave this to? I don't want to say his name wrong.
I know, but then I'll not help you.
Don't help me. I don't want to say his name wrong. Snap. Anyway,
Let me help
him.
you. Kayode Vika. Are
No, not this song.
you sure?
Old. In fact, he's late now.
Oh, Kirk.
Was it Kyle or Kurt?
Kirk. Yeah.
Kirk. Yeah.
Me, I think.
Yeah. Kirk Anthony. Yeah. Kirk Anthony. I was like, I don't want to, mess up his name on air, but yeah, that was my first Smooth FM interview in 2011. Mm.
I certainly will. We'll tell the whole world how we're so special to have the song.
We have an unreleased Ranti original, and I wrote this is the first song. No, well, it's not the first song I wrote, but it's the first like full song I ever wrote by myself. Maybe I'll have to release it then.
Please do. Please do. And yeah, talking of which, we need to. When are we having something from you again?
Yeah, I know. I know. I've been naughty.
On a sabbatical.
Yeah, I've been trying to pursue the operatic thing. So I wanted to give it a big push, and really just focus on it, get some good auditions in and just get it. I wanted to fly and then kind of come back to my peeps.
Okay.
Yeah. And then COVID and then whatever, whatever.
Confidence, son.
I can't believe it. How did I know you guys were gonna play this song?
Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. Now, fun fact, one thing you might not know about that song is the fact that it is unreleased and Smooth 98.1 is the only, I would say only person, only station, only channel, only anything that you can think about that has that song. So I think that deserves a round of applause. Yeah. Now, away from that, why didn't you release that song?
Because I'm a perfectionist.
Oh, wow. So, what is imperfect about the song?
Oh my goodness. You know what? Now I don't even know any longer.
Because I don't see any reason why that song should not be getting massive airplay. And
Oh
you decided to
man.
just, in 2016 or 2015, for how long have you had it?
2011
Oh,
was when
wow.
I gave Kirk the song when I came for my first interview. I had a concert. I had just moved back to Nigeria. I had a concert in November, I think, with Lifehouse Lagos, then curated by Gomade Koke. Yeah. And then I gave him that song as my demo, and
And you
yeah,
decided to keep the
and then
beauty away from the world.
I kept it away from the world. I'm so sorry. I've been naughty. Sorry. I apologize to the world.
And to the Roti Nation, yes. So please give it a second thought and release the song. If you want to polish up anything, it's
Mm,
totally fine. But please release that song because it's one of your many beautiful
thank you.
collection. Now, speaking of which, you've been on a break for a bit.
Mhm. Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, I went on a break. I came back, and then COVID happened, and then I went on another break. um, so basically, what I was trying to achieve. Well, one of the breaks was actually a maternity break.
Mm,
To have kids and just focus on family life. And then I came back with There Is a Fire at the end of 2019. And then I did another one, Run Like the Wind. So I was
yeah.
kind of I was exploring this more electronic sound fusion thing with classical and contemporary, and so I've done a lot of that's why none of my songs sounds the same because I've just been experimenting
Mm,
with different sounds. And then so after Run Like the Wind, and then COVID happened, and I started really thinking that I really want to take some time to continue along my operatic pathway, and the operatic way is very strict, very traditional. So when you are preparing for auditions, when you're preparing for submissions and things like that, it's kind of hard to be in the studio doing wah, 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 and singing some nice contemporary song when you're supposed to be like in perfect, sorry about that. Nobody else doing that when we're out there. I'm just doing
no.
my
Oh my.
you're supposed to.
Wow. I hope the classical singers do not get offended because believe me, you do not sound when. You sound beautiful.
When you're supposed to be doing another style of music. So in order not to confuse my voice,
Mm,
I do take these long periods where I just kind of focus on classical technique and just really military style, because that's what it takes. That's really what it takes. Like I said, I'm competing with people that have been singing since they were had a voice teacher since they were 9, 8, 9, 7 sometimes. So you mustn't sound like a novice. You have to sound like I was born singing like this. What?
Right.
When they gave birth to me, that was how I was crying with the right technique. So
Yeah.
it takes a lot of practice. So I really apologize to the fans of my contemporary music for not having done more. And I do promise. And if you guys, pray for me, support me as I ginger my classical prowess. And by the time I become this classical diva, I'll just dish it out for them in the classical world, enter the studio, do some contemporary stuff for y'all, and it would be nice. So that's the hope. That's the desire, really. Thanks.
So for you said?
I said, thanks for your patience with me out there.
So for now, we cannot put a time frame on when we'll be getting something next from you.
I am so sorry, my love.
Mm, mm.
But it's on my mind. I do miss doing that kind of stuff because it does give me another level of expression. Because when I'm doing my operatic stuff, a lot of the time I'm expressing what a composer has written, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm trying to understand a composer, maybe like a Mozart or an 18th century composer or 19th century, sometimes even 20th century composers. But when I'm in the studio with a producer, writing a song or co-writing with another songwriter, it really allows me to express myself in a way that I might not be able to in opera. But the thing I love about opera is the intense emotions. So you can, in the same song,
right.
you can be laughing and crying and da da da. So it's very therapeutic as well.
Mhm.
you
Speaking of
know.
intense, you did
Mhm.
a piece, Amazing Grace, in
Mhm.
2020, courtesy of the Arise TV production for the COVID, right? Tell me about that because I watched it. And again, I know I probably am sounding like a broken record at this time, but I had goosebumps for
Oh,
real. It was, and then coupled with the images, all these places where it looked like Lagos was a shadow of itself. Everywhere was abandoned. So take me through that. How did it happen?
yeah, that was a really profound experience for me, because we were right at the height of COVID, and where nobody even knew, like nobody knew if this was the end of the world, like if this is just how we're gonna live forever and ever and ever, or
Yeah.
if we're ever gonna come out of this situation. And it was really dire, especially then. I think Italy was really having it rough. The world was really having it rough, and we were so afraid in Nigeria because we were like, what are we gonna do if it gets to that level here?
Mhm.
With our health systems and everything. So it was a really scary time. And as an artist, that's the time where, as an artist, things even get more confusing because
Right.
because being an artist is already complicated, and then you now add everything shutting down. You can't perform, you can't do anything. My goodness, you just freeze. So I think I just froze for several weeks of the lockdown then in March. And then I just got a call. I got a call from this gentleman, Rufai Oseni, and he was like, "Oh, what do you think about doing something like what your mentor, Andrea Bocelli, the
Yeah.
Italian
Mm-hmm.
opera and crossover singer, did in Italy, but do it for Nigeria?" And I said, "Wow, I would be honored." So it was actually a partnership. So they
Yeah.
covered the video, I covered the audio production costs and things like that. So it was really a labor of love, and got a very small team of three, just me, the singer, the pianist, and the what's it called, sound engineer. That was it, and we put it together, and in a very short time. I think all this happened. The idea came one day, and I think the following week we were doing the video or something. It was
That's
very
impressive.
very quick. It was very, very quick. But it came to me naturally because, it was I also needed that. It was also therapeutic for me. I needed to still feel like I could contribute something to my world during such a time of uncertainty. So that was how Amazing Grace came along. The COVID tribute came along.
And it
That
was
was
nothing short of amazing because it was totally amazing. It
Thank you.
was. Now let's take another break, and when we come back, I will be drilling down more
Hmm,
to a lot of things. And yeah,
Madam, drilling
that
machine.
All right,
Ah,
then.
yeah,
Stay
yeah,
with us. I still have Ranti here, and the time check is 9:45. We'll be back.
thank you. Oh,
But we're actually running out of time, so I think we just have
no.
about 9 minutes more because of all the time we already wasted in the morning, in the earlier. Yeah.
I understand.
He bought me the new itel P37 smartphone, and right there, I got a free gift and 3,000 naira airtime. Just like that.
Oh, wow. Those
Yeah.
ads are so dramatic.
If it's not dramatic, how will you know it's Nigerian? And I was supposed to play a song in between, but then we just have to save it, so I'll play it afterwards.
No worries.
Uncle Dentist, what are cavities and how does
We have to thank our sponsors that allow us to have this interview. So,
food?
Right.
No, dear. Most tooth pains are caused by tooth holes called cavities. When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavities.
It's time to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate.
You know, when you listen too much to this, you can make impression.
Association.
I can imagine. My goodness. Wow.
You listen too much to all the ads, you literally know them word for word. And there were actually some ads that are favorites that we literally dance to.
Wow.
The really cool ones. All right, then.
www.smooth981.fm.
Doesn't that sound exciting? Nice guys. Find out about your favorite programs and presenters by going through the program schedule and check out our top 5 Nigerian soul and Afrobeat sounds on the playlist. Don't forget to listen live too. All of these and more are available on the Smooth website.
We got the right stuff.
Stay
That's right. Smooth 981. Love music, love life. This is Breakfast in Bed. This is Smooth Explorer. My guest is Ranti, and my name is Oluwaseun. It's been a wonderful time with her, and all the laughs, the background gist that you're missing out on if you're not currently streaming on YouTube. So you can remedy that, or better still, you can catch the replay after we're done. All you have to do is go to YouTube and search for at Smooth 981, and then you get to catch up on everything that you've missed out on, including the 8 o'clock conversation on cardiac arrest. So yeah, you're welcome. Now, as a classical singer, as an operatic singer, allow me to use that word, it's not a regular song that you listen to every day, I mean, compared to the Nigerian scene. So how would you describe the taste bud of Nigerians when it concerns music?
Well, so I've actually you're really asking me serious dissertation questions. Like I feel like I'm in a PhD defense uh
No.
whatever. Anyway, yeah, I've thought about it a lot. And initially I used to be like, oh, why Nigerians not liking this kind of music that I like and blah blah blah. But eventually, I realized that Nigerian taste buds are influenced by people who have been very courageous to step out and do crazy things that, Nigerians, there was a time when Nigerians could not stand Nigerian music. I don't know if you were, aware of what was
Yeah,
going on
yeah.
so but people have just come out and they've been courageous and they kept going and they didn't stop. Yeah, they might have done some crazy things along the way to really get noticed, but which I don't know if I have the gumption or whatever you call it to do. But they were pretty persistent. So I stopped whining after a while and I said, just
Do you?
just do you and be consistent and persistent and stubborn about it. And eventually everybody will be like, okay, this guy's not giving up. Let's just listen. What does she have to say? We give up. Which is what happened with the other genres.
Right.
Remember?
Gradually, people accepted them.
Yeah. So I think the onus is on us, we the musicians, to not give up. And for those of us, those out there that do love what we're doing, to really support it and make it louder for us as well and amplify what we're doing. Yeah. It's no big deal as far as I'm concerned, to be honest.
Okay, so let me drill you further. Not too much, but then just very short and concise words. If you were to describe the Nigerian music industry right now in 3 words, what would they be?
I think it's dance, dance, dance. Or like I said in another interview, more than 3 words. I quoted Shina Peters, the revered Sir Shina Peters, where he said, "Dance, dance, dance, and forget your sorrows."
So that's your perspective of the Nigerian music industry. Interesting. But then, yeah, to an extent, you might be right.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it is the state, the music will match the state of what's going on. Or would I say it's a cause and effect thing, right? So if you're in a very stressful environment where you don't know where the next meal will come from, what you're going to do next, blah 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 blah. Please,
you
someone
don't want
brings
to
me.
hear when.
Exactly, you don't want to hear when you hear, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh my word.
something to ginger you and make you happy. So I understand.
I wish we had more time to talk about this because I still have many questions to ask you. Unfortunately, we have to end it here. But then let's end it on a good note and let's play a short game, a very quick one. So usually there is a ritual alphabet game that we have here, but then I will tweak it for you. So usually we have to make sentences with letters of the alphabet. But for you, let's do song association with the alphabet. So I'll call the alphabet the letters A, B, C, and then you tell me the song that comes to your mind. Yeah, that starts with that A. Right. Let's do it.
Wake up, wake up.
Come on, you can. Go Ranti. Go Ranti. Let's start with A.
Oh my God.
My head is aching from laughter.
I'm blank. Like I'm sure like once you just say goodbye, everyone, all the A songs now start downloading.
All of my life. Let me help you. All of my life by Casey and JoJo.
Sorry.
All my life rather. Yeah. All right.
Which
so
one?
That's one. So A. Yeah. So now we've done A. I've helped you with A. So let's do B.
B is
Come on, you have a song that has B.
Yeah, Bami, whoa.
Better.
So bad.
Yeah, C.
Okay, C. Yeah, C. For Komala is K. Never mind.
No.
I don't know.
Oh wow. Okay, there is Circle of Life by Alex Boye.
There we go.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
I'm playing this game by myself. This is not fair. This is not how the game is supposed to go. D.
Oh my goodness.
You have to give me D or I will not let you go.
Yay. D. Dance. I forget you.
Why am I not surprised?
Jakaju. Ijo yeah.
Lagos. I'm tired. Now E. This is the last one. I'll just stop it here.
Oh my God. Oh man, this is really bad. This is really, really bad. It's not even working. Like, let's stop because my fans will just be like, "What's wrong with this lady?"
I will stop on E.
Okay, let's see. E. Yes, can do this. I'm thinking of, see, what's happening is I'm thinking of the lyrics, not the title of the songs. Do you understand?
Just the title, whatever it is, or you can sing it.
It's not, so the thing that's coming to my mind is not an E song. Is Greatest Love of All, where it says everybody's searching for a hero.
No, doesn't work.
Sorry, don't be angry now. Just take it as I am.
All right, we have to get out of the studio because our time is up. It's been an absolutely amazing and fun time with you. I look forward to doing this again. I definitely want to do this again. So Yeah, some other
Thank-
time we should have a
Mm,
great time. And yeah, we look forward to more beautiful pieces from you.
yeah. Very soon, but
Yeah.
I'm not making promises, but very soon.
All
Very
right,
soon.
then. Thank you. And then if you want to catch up with, you said?
Maybe I'll release my love in the meantime.
Yes, that will work. That will work. All right. So if you want to catch up with Ronti, follow her across all social media platforms at Ronti Music, right?
Yeah.
And then
RANTIMUSIC.
yeah, follow her back to back and get all the updates and all the classical beauty that she releases. Thank you, Lagos, for staying with me from 7 till 10. It's been a wonderful time and I absolutely enjoyed. Catch me again next week, Saturday, same dial, same time. My name is Oluwaseun Olusegun. You can follow me across all social media platforms at Oluwaseun and then follow Smooth at Smooth91 FM on Twitter, at Smooth91 on Instagram, and at Smooth91 FM on Facebook. Till then, bye.
Bye.
So much.
Thank you for having me. That was fun. I didn't expect to have this much fun. I was just like, okay, yeah,
All
let's keep it light.
because
That
the
was fun.
person in the studio, the next person is